Hi guys, James here and welcome back to the Gamefree YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be going into why gaming and porn addiction are such a deadly combination and why most gaming addicts also struggle with a porn addiction and what exactly it's doing to your life. And then finishing up, I'm going to get into some actionable steps that you can take right now after watching this video to truly overcome these two addictions once and for all. Let's dive in. To begin with, I want to talk about a popular belief about gaming and porn that is holding almost everyone back from seeing the truth. Now, how many times have you said to yourself that gaming or porn is actually healthy and has a number of benefits for you? Probably a lot, especially if you're a pretty hardcore gamer. I know throughout my life I always used to boast about how good my reflexes are as a result of gaming, how much fun and social connection I get from them, and all these amazing benefits. And similarly with porn. Over the last few years, we've kind of gone through a shift about the attitude towards porn, which I think is great. But previously, I would have told you that porn could play a healthy part in any relationship and didn't really cause much damage. And it wasn't until I learned the truth about gaming and porn that I started to wake up and see them differently. Because you see, gaming and porn, they completely rewire your brain and completely change the way that it works. You no longer get the same enjoyment from previous activities because the level of dopamine that you get, the hits of happiness that you get from gaming and porn are on the level of class A drugs. But they've done brain scans and they can see that the level of activity of people doing drugs and, say, gaming or porn is comparable. And when you do this repeatedly over and over and over again, because it's so easy to access it, it's a lot easier to play a video game than it is to do cocaine. But when you expose yourself to this over and over again, and a lot of people are watching porn and masturbating every single day, they're playing video games every single day. And when you do this, you're numbing your brain. You're reducing the amount of dopamine that you get from other activities because everything else just feels flat. And a lot of people experience this. They feel like they're in limbo, like they're just coasting through life and they don't get enjoyment out of anything. They can't pick up a new hobby or activity. They don't want to connect with other people. They don't want to get involved in social relationships or anything like that. They just want to be left in their own world. And if this sounds like you need to keep watching this video because if you can wake yourself up to the dangers of porn and gaming, you can create an entirely new life yourself in just a matter of weeks. And some of the other problems with gaming and porn, especially for men, are low testosterone, low self-esteem, no social relationships or poor quality of relationships, no discipline, and a loss of interest in activities that maybe we once found fun. I know that when I was in the height of my gaming and porn, things like playing the guitar or piano, stuff that I used to be so involved with, now feels just like it feels like a chore. And when you lose those fundamental parts of yourself and you fulfill those needs that you get through other avenues, through gaming and porn, you almost replace yourself with a hollow shell of what you're supposed to be. And this is happening to so many men around the world. It's almost like a pandemic. And this normalization of porn and gaming have completely ruined men's ability to lead themselves, to build discipline and self-esteem and character, because they don't want to deal with the harsh reality that is the real world. I know I was in that same boat back in university. I escaped from all my problems into gaming. I let all my coursework pile up, my exams. I wouldn't eat or sleep or anything. I wouldn't shower because I just had enough. And I wanted to escape and get away from it. I didn't want to deal with the burden of responsibility. And gaming or porn is the perfect place to do so because you fulfill so many of the fundamental needs that a human being craves through these two things. Like some of the fundamental needs that people have are social connection, which you can get through gaming, relationships and sex. Porn can fill that. I mean, not really, but it's a substitute for it. Challenge, competition, another point for gaming. and a sense of accomplishment, which again, through gaming. And with the rise of like takeaways and delivery apps and all this stuff, you got the fulfillment of food as well, and safety. And so all those things are covered through these few little activities that we think are harmless. But as you do them over and over and over again, you're subjecting yourself to this torment, and you don't even realize it. It's not until you go without porn and without gaming for a few weeks and your brain starts to like readjust to the normal levels of dopamine, and you start finding enjoyment in other things, it feels like a switch has been turned on in your mind. After a couple of weeks, you feel like a superhero. Now, part of this is because your testosterone levels are like bouncing up and down and trying to adjust, but it's an incredible feeling. And once you can separate yourself from all the lies and beliefs that you thought true about video games and porn, once you do that, you can finally become free. So what does it mean to become free? Well, a lot of people talk about quitting and detoxing and all this stuff, but I call it game free for a reason. I love the term freedom. I love being able to wake up and not crave video games, be able to talk to my gamer friends, see that they're playing, and just not have a care in the world. I can live my life with the knowledge that I'm free of these vices, and then I can go and do whatever I want because I'm in control and I'm free to do whatever I want. So with gaming and porn, the first thing you need to do is to admit that you have a problem. And I know this is touted in every like addiction, rehab, counseling thing like AA, whatever, but you can't change until you decide you want to. And that's the simple fact of the matter. No one is going to be able to tell you what to do, and no one is going to be able to like tell you to make a change or get you to make a change. You have to come to terms with that yourself. And until you do that, you're not going to be able to make any progress. But after that, it's simple. You need to change the way you think about addiction. You need to rebuild the belief systems that you have, the way you think about gaming and porn. You need to strip it all away and build it from the ground up. And this is something I go through in my Level Up program that has changed dozens of people's lives and completely transforms the way you think about these things. And it's just as applicable to porn as it is to gaming. Because we start off by completely tearing away your fundamental beliefs about gaming. And then bit by bit, we build it up into this system where you're able to walk away from gaming or porn whenever it is you want. And believe it or not, this is actually one of the easiest parts of the process. Because once you've done that, all you have to do is build an amazing life. Which, well, now that you're free of gaming and porn and free of all these vices, you've got all this time, all this energy, all this motivation to funnel that into things that you want to do, things that you've always dreamt of doing, goals that you have and dreams that you've always had. They are finally possible. And it's not that they weren't possible before, but you start to believe that they're possible. And when you realize that things are within your control, when life is completely up to you, like you get to decide how you live and what your life looks like in 10 or 15 years. And once you can do that, nothing can stop you. But the first step is overcoming the porn and the gaming addiction. So what I would recommend to you is go through some of the other videos on this channel, check out the free training in the description, join the Discord community, and start shifting the way you think about gaming, shifting your beliefs, shifting your identity into someone who's able to live a life free of gaming, and start from there. Because when you're ready, quitting gaming and quitting porn is going to be one of the easiest things, one of the most fun and enjoyable and effortless things that you will ever do. So thanks so much for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, tell me why. Let me know if there's any problems you have with gaming or porn, anything you've noticed. Have you tried to quit gaming or porn in the past? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos in the future. That's all for me. Take care. See you next time. Peace.